In a world where the rich live above and the poor fight to survive below, one man rises from the dirt to challenge the system. This anime, the story, is called Megalobox. It's a futuristic spin on boxing where metal meets muscle and heart matters more than tech. You know, it kind of reminds me of if you would combine maybe Baki with like real steel, you know, robots plus man, like cyborg versus cyborg kind of story. Very interesting concept. So let's talk about the story today. Let's talk about Megalobox, a 2018 anime, and let's see what made it so nice to watch. So, Megalobox is a 2018 anime created to commemorate the 50th anniversary of Ashita no Joe, a classic boxing manga. But this isn't just a remake, it's a reimagining. It's kind of like a futuristic, gritty love letter to underdog stories and raw determination. So the show is set in a dystopian future where boxing has evolved into megaloboxing, a brutal sport that combines traditional boxing with mechanical gear, giving fighters enhanced power, speed, and impact. So it's very fun to watch in animation form. Like the punch, it's insane. So it's not just fists anymore, it's about metal, it's about the tech, and it's about spectacle. But in the shadows of this sport is a fighter with no ID, no gear, and no name. They call him Junk Dog. So, Junk Dog survives by throwing fixed fights in underground rings. He's got the talent, but no future. That changes when he crosses paths with Yukiko Shirato. He's the head of this powerful, of the Shirato group, a powerful corporation, and her bodyguard, Yuri, the reigning Megalobox champion. So, inspired and challenged by Yuri, Junk Dog reinvents himself. He throws away the system and adopts the name Joe and enters Megalomania, the world's most elite megaloboxing tournament. There's just one problem. He has no license, he has no gear, and he has no sponsor. So how are you going to do it? But what he does have is he has grit. He has determination. He's from the slums to spotlights. Joe's journey becomes a symbol of raw ambition in a world addicted to shortcuts and upgrades. You know, the thing about the story, Megalobox is not just about boxing. It's about identity, class, and what it means to fight. Joe's decision to fight gearless in a world where tech and gear is, more than just a gimmick. It's kind of everything. It's a rebellion, the thing he does. It's a statement. He fights with nothing but his heart. And each punch is proof that spirit can overcome. Determination, hard work, and grit can't be manufactured, and it can overcome the odds. It's also a story about rising above your limits, whether you're a fighter in the slums or a champion questioning your purpose. Every character, from Joe's grizzled coach Nanbu to the broken street kid Sachio, is battling their own past. They are trying to find their own way and pave their own way in this world. And in the ring, there's nowhere to hide but just you, your fist, and the opponent. What sets Megalobox apart visually is kind of this, it has this retro aesthetic, the show deliberately mimics the art style of the 90s kind of anime, grainy texture, hand-drawn details, bold outlines, it feels rough, real, and raw, just like Joe himself. So I like how they went for that kind of touch, it adds very beautiful, it gives its own aesthetic, which is crazy because when you watch it, you don't feel like it's a 2018 anime, you understand? It has that older kind of aesthetic, so I like it, it's a nice touch and it makes it stand out on its own. The animation was handled by TMS Entertainment, the same studio behind Ashita no Joe, Detective Conan, and Lupin 3. Director Yu Moriyama thought he brought a unique energy to the project. He's actually a character designer and concept artist first, and that influence shows in every gritty frame of the anime. And the music, it's a pulse-pounding mix of hip-hop, lo-fi, and kind of this electronic beats. You can hear them, and it matches very well. It matches every swing and every stumble and every punch and every blow thrown in the anime. It adds impact to it. So the heart of Megalobox still is this characters. They're the ones that keep you engaged. Anyway, the heart of any story is his characters, but Megalomania, the characters keep you at the edge of your feet. They keep you engaged to the story. So let's talk about them. Let's talk about a few of them. First, we have Joe, more than an underdog. He's a symbol of rebellion against the set standard of the world he lives in. Then we have Nambu, his trainer. He's a washed up man seeking redemption, torn between loyalty and survival. Then we have Yuri, the champion. It's a fascinating contrast. He's a man who has it all but feels empty inside. And then there's Aragaki, former soldier and boxer, whose arc brings some of the show's most emotional moments actually to to light. Each fight is more than a match. Each fight is more than just a fight. It's a story. It's a struggle between two opposing forces battling for supremacy. It's a catharsis. So, the impact of Megalobox was so strong that it actually led to a second season. Megalobox Nomad. Maybe we'll do a video on that one later. It's set years later. It shows an older, more broken Joe wandering the world, haunted by loss, addiction, and the ghosts of his past. But it's slower and more emotional. But it's still a very impactful story. So, in conclusion, in a world where machines reign and shortcuts are everywhere, Megalobox reminds us of something simple. There's no upgrade for heart. There's no gear for heart. Gearless Joe fought the system and he won. So thanks for watching, guys. Let me know your thoughts. Did you watch Megalobox? Have you watched it? Do you have any intentions of watching it? I think you should. I think you should give it a watch. It's beautiful. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you guys on the next video.